Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So today we're going to talk about a ship that a lot of people have forgotten. It's a ship that's very old, but it's actually, I will say, a competitor to the Drake Cutlass Black. It is by MISC. We both know that they have a professional rivalry with Drake, and this is definitely, I will say, the a direct competitor to the Drake Cuddy Black, and it's a MISC Freelancer with a whopping 66 SCU cargo space. This is actually an extremely well ship, especially for a solo driver, and it's kind of like an everyday drive. So yeah, let's take a look around it and why I actually think this is like a sleeper. I know it's not the fanciest ship, but it's definitely an alternative if you want something close to the Drake Cuddy Black, but you just don't like Drake ships or want something different. This is the ship for you. So yeah, let's check it out. Oh, so yeah, this is very MISC. And one of the things about it, it looks extremely different from like the Prospector and the Fortune. We're talking about no VTOL, but what it lacks on a few things, it actually makes up on a lot of other great things. It has four size 3 guns. That is pilot control, and of course we're doing center threat, so I got things going off on there. But yeah, and it actually comes stock with cannons, so that's actually pretty cool, pretty neat. And yeah, and also has two size 3 cannons for the turret, and that can be swapped out as well. It's got some nice look to it. Got some missiles, 8 missiles. And the design is, I think, it's a little bit, I guess you could say, non-Drake. You don't have to worry about the wings on the Drake that come in the front right here. So they're going to be, it's going to be back there. So it's kind of like a standard you will find on a regular ship. I like the look of it. It's got some nice landing gears, and another cool thing about it, just like the Drake, the back. It's the back portion right here, and with the ramp. So yeah, let's go inside. And it doesn't have any buttons yet. This is an old ship, very old ship. So here, this is where you will go into for the turret. You have to go all the way back here. Before, it used to be hanging and people couldn't get their ships, but now because they changed that, now you just have to kind of like find the F to go in here. And yeah, you have access to the turret if you have a friend coming over. And I'm going to show you why, but you definitely need him to go in here instead of being in the cockpit over there. But it got a very spacious room. You could definitely put some little vehicles, UTV now, the little motorcycles, geos, there's a whole slew of things. This area right here is where all the components are going to be at. So the components are here. They're definitely physicalized. So yeah, you have the gameplay there as well. And yeah, so I'll keep some SU boxes on it, throw geo, and then go geo mining. I love doing that as well. Or go bunker raiding, throw in a small little vehicle here, and then just go out and have a little bit of fun. Now, when it comes to everything else, this doesn't have all the commodities, everything else. So I've done a few things myself. See, this actually has an extra, like a personal cargo area. So in a personal cargo area, actually has 8 SCU. So out of the 66 that comes with it, is 58 here. And then another 8 inside. And because it is a little bit different, a little bit older, it's actually 3 SCU high. Something to think to keep in mind. So you could actually go 3 SCU high and then all the way forward. And it tells you how big the cargo area is. So the cargo grid is actually inside the lines. I like the little detail of it. Kind of gives you a nice little walkway as well. fire extinguisher. Now, what I did was I have, this is where this storage right here is where I keep things like, for instance, if I go mining or something, my food and such, I will put it in the 2 SCU, so I can take it with me. And what I did was, because I'm a nerd, it actually comes with a hash on the very top. What I did was I plopped a geo here so I could do this. And I just have myself a weapons rack, because the geo also comes with, an extra. Let me get that contract, and it's got an extra geopod that you could use for anything else. So it's got a little extra storage if I want to, as well. We picked all that stuff up, and also, and it's got a. Let me go here. It's got a small weapons rack here for a gun, for the little pyro, for a little multi-tool. See? So I did that just so I could have, I like to play that. I like to, when I actually do go out, I like to fill that up with, suits to change out, and then I'll just be with my regular clothes and maybe change it. Now, be warned, old ship. So what do I mean by that? This ship can in fact kill you. So, I wouldn't go, I wouldn't test the limits too much on this. But in here we have, this is like fuse box, and this is where I guess food station or something. I don't know. It's old. And then here, this is the bathroom. Okay. Then we have the engineering terminal here as well. And then let me shut this off. There we go. Now, the beds. You're like, oh, look, it tells you enter bed. Don't use these beds. As you can see, that even though they're beds, it says escape pod. Oof. Yeah, they didn't finish this. If you lie in a bed, you will get stuck in the ship. This actually works more as a seat than an actual bed. So you cannot bed log. That's why it doesn't give you the sit function. This is super old and buggy, so do not use the beds. And then go here. There's actually room for 4 people. These seats do absolutely nothing at all, so there's no point of using them. What I would like to see is them taking out those 2 seats, adding maybe a weapon rack here, and then I would like them for this 2 to work, and then maybe get rid of these 2 beds right here and adding suit lockers. That's what I'm hoping that this is something that will do. A couple extra bucks as well. The co-pilot seat, if they're in a co-pilot seat, you have trouble flying. So there's also that as well. Again, this game is not this game, but this is an old ship, so it's got a lot of bugs in it. But if you're a solo driver, this is your daily driver, none of those things really matter because they're not going to affect you. But yeah, let's go sit down. But yeah, this is it's got a nice HUD. So it's cool because if you look all the way down, see you have an extra MFD here. It's really low, so I like to keep something here that I don't need to see all the time. But it's actually kind of cool to have it here. And it's got one here as well as the 2 holograms right here. But it's not a bad ship. I actually really enjoy using this as my daily driver. Like I said, it does have 4 guns, which it's not even working right now. Okay, well, my cat's in the way. Let me okay, so yeah, so we have the ship. It's a nice ship. I really enjoy it. It is slower than the actual than the Cuddy, but this one is a lot sturdier, a lot stronger. It's got better shields. So when it comes to like whole HP, this actually is a lot stronger. So it is definitely, I will say, a nice competitor to it. I really enjoy this ship. I use it quite often to as my daily driver. So this is, and then of course, because again, this is old, as you can see, it's kind of hard to see where things are. But for instance, it comes stock with M5A cannons, and also I believe the same for the turret as well. And I could just check right here real quick. And yep, it's all and Panther repeaters for the turret. Usually I just turn those off because can't really use them. So and then you could turn them on and off. And of course you could turn some of this off to get a little more power juice to your front guns, but something you can do, something you can play around with. Shield wise, it's really good. I've actually done a few tweaks to the ship when it comes to just salvaging and putting some military components on there just to make it a little more sturdier. But overall, it's not a bad ship. So this is definitely definitely a good change up if you just don't want to use something like a Cuddy Black. You want something that's kind of similar to it. This is pretty similar when it comes to weaponry. Hull is a little bit slower than the Cuddy, but plenty of cargo space. Really, a lot of cargo space, and a lot of people are sleeping on this, which it doesn't, for me, it doesn't make it much sense. But it's definitely it's a good alternative for somebody who just wants to try something different. And this is what I take, do some bunkers or geo mining. So I really enjoy this ship. I really do hope that they do a little bit of pass on this one, and then we get just at least a couple of quality of life changes to it. Like I said, taking 2 beds off and the 2 seats, making this just a 2-seater, I think it'll be perfect. I will like for the co-pilot to control the turret. So the turret is actually a remote turret, and if they do those little things, I think this will be a game changer. I think this will be not just very good, but I think it's going to become a fan favorite for a lot of people who just want to do something a little bit different. They don't want to Cuddy Black. Maybe they just don't like Drake ships. This will become a very good alternative. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you actually still fly the ship or thinking about checking it out. And then I will see you on the next one. Peace out.